Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy, and there's sobering news. His grade is D. With this guy, it's best to stay away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He will push very hard in his career, and you will see serious effort, not just empty talk. He has real drive and wants to move up, but his lack of planning and harsh attitude can hold him back. Colleagues may find him difficult, which could close some doors.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he reacts with anger and frustration right away. Instead of quietly figuring out what happened, he might shout or blame others, making the situation even tenser. He's not the type to quietly learn from mistakes or show kindness when people are stressed.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
Most people at work will find him difficult to like and even harder to respect over time. He often believes he's always right and pushes others around, so arguments and tense moments are common. Because he doesn't show much kindness or patience, small issues easily turn into big fights.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he is more likely to feel uncomfortable and even threatened rather than proud. He sees his own success as very important, so if you shine brighter, it can make him jealous or angry. Don't expect words of encouragement or a happy cheerleader at home.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he's very likely to resent it and feel insecure. He wants to be seen as the leader, especially when it comes to money and status. Expect cold looks, hurtful comments, or even arguments about your success.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not very organized with money, so you may find that he spends without much planning. He works hard to earn, but keeping track of where the money goes, saving regularly, or budgeting is not his strong suit. He may get frustrated when money runs short, blaming others rather than taking responsibility.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He is likely to pretend to be richer than he actually is. He wants to appear successful and in control, so he may buy flashy things or spend money he doesn't really have, just to prove a point. If you try to talk about living within your means, he might get angry or brush you off.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is not usually open handed or kind. either with money or his attitude. When it comes to sharing or helping others, he tends to hold back and focus on himself. Don't expect warm surprises or thoughtful gifts.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is likely to be secretive and controlling about money. He may hide details about his spending or earnings and doesn't like discussing money openly with others. Rather than sharing plans or making decisions together, he prefers to call the shots himself.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework is your job, not his. He expects you to handle the chores and doesn't see it as something to be shared or discussed fairly. Don't expect him to pitch in or appreciate your effort.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He is unlikely to actually help with chores or changing diapers. Most of the time, he will either avoid these tasks completely or just stand nearby, giving instructions instead of getting his hands dirty. Real sharing and teamwork around the house will be rare with him.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He rarely tries to understand your side and is more focused on proving that he's right. During disagreements, he will argue forcefully, often repeating his own point instead of listening to you. Honest conversations turn into battles, and you may end up feeling unheard and alone.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he is very likely to say hurtful things or act aggressive rather than staying respectful. His temper can flare up quickly, leading to shouting, sharp words, or even threats. He finds it hard to calm down and talk things through kindly.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is definitely the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, often over small things. His anger isn't just a passing mood, it can turn into shouting, harsh words, or even breaking things. This isn't something to brush aside or think will improve over time.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He usually finds it very hard to say sorry and take responsibility for his mistakes. Instead, he is quick to blame you or someone else when things go wrong. Apologies from him are rare, and if they do come, they may not feel genuine.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to struggle with respecting your boundaries and may not truly understand or accept that no means no. If you say no or set limits, whether about your time, your body, or your choices, he may ignore your wishes, push back, or even get angry. Your comfort, choices, and safety matter.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is the kind of man who takes it personally when you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding or giving you space, he may react with anger, guilt trips, or hurtful comments. This can create a lot of pressure and make you feel uncomfortable or guilty for setting healthy boundaries.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You cannot fully trust him to handle private moments with care. He may use things you shared or did together as a weapon during arguments, bringing them up to make you feel small or to win a fight. This can be deeply hurtful and damaging, making you feel exposed and unsupported.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is not very faithful and is easily distracted by other women. Loyalty and emotional commitment are not his strong points, and he may chase attention or flirt with others without thinking about how it hurts you. You might catch him downplaying or hiding his actions if you confront him.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is likely to be over possessive, often acting jealous, controlling, and suspicious of your actions. He may question where you go, who you talk to, or even check your phone and messages, making you feel like you're always being watched. Instead of trusting you, he tries to control your choices and movements.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what looks like a protective nature is actually a sign of a controlling personality. He may say he worries about your safety, but his actions often cross the line, telling you what to wear, where to go, or who to meet. It isn't real care, it's about holding power over your choices.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will expect you to do most, if not all, of the parenting work. In his mind, raising kids is mainly your responsibility, and he's unlikely to step in without being pushed. If you ask him to help, he might get annoyed or act as if you're nagging.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is much more likely to lose his temper than to stay calm. Instead of guiding them through mistakes with patience, he may shout, scold harshly, or even frighten them. His first reaction is frustration, not understanding, so small issues can quickly turn into big confrontations.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. He tends to see you mainly through the lens of what you do for the family, expecting you to focus on home, kids, and his needs. Over time, you may feel as though your own dreams and identity are being pushed aside for his view of what a wife and mother should be.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might appear to support your career at first, but later expect you to quit once you have a child. He may say encouraging things while it suits him or when he wants to look good to others, but his true belief is that your main job is at home, taking care of the family. It's wise to pay attention to these patterns before making big life decisions.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface rather than show real warmth to your parents. When they visit or call, he may put on a show of good manners, but not truly make an effort to build a close or caring relationship with them. In the long run, your parents may sense the distance and feel less at home around him. He will expect your family to change for him, not the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is likely to make things worse instead of handling it calmly. He reacts quickly and sharply when annoyed, so even small problems can lead to big arguments or harsh words. This can turn minor family issues into major conflicts, leaving everyone upset.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is likely the kind of man who may act modern with you in private, but expects you to become a traditional, supportive wife when his relatives are around. He might enjoy your independence or casual style just between the two of you, but when it comes to family gatherings, he will expect you to fit into strict roles, dressing, acting, and speaking in a way that pleases his elders. This double standard can leave you feeling pressured, confused, and never truly free to be yourself no matter the company.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family rather than support you. He doesn't want to challenge his relatives or risk upsetting the way things are done, so he may leave you to handle the conflict on your own. Real support will be rare, and you could be left to manage both family demands and your own hurt feelings.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is very likely to be a mummy's boy, meaning his mother's wishes and opinions often come before yours. In a conflict between you and his mother, he will almost always choose her side or avoid taking any stand at all. It's unlikely you'll feel truly valued or supported in such moments.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is the kind of man who will likely share every detail of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. This means your personal matters may not stay private, and he might turn to his family for advice, comfort, or to take his side in arguments. True partnership means solving problems as a team, not letting family judge, interfere, or come between you.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, based on all we know, this guy scores a D. I think it's just best to stay away. Being in a relationship with this man can feel like walking on eggshells most days. There's a constant sense of tension, never quite knowing what might set off his temper or spark a fresh argument.